Are you interested in retiring in Playa del Carmen, Mexico? Well, then this video is for you. In this video, I'm going to go over lifestyle, walkability, and why so many people choose Playa del Carmen, Mexico for the place to retire. Playa del Carmen is one of the fastest growing retirement communities in all of Latin America. And in this video, I'm going to go over exactly why that is happening. Of course, you're going to get the white sand beaches of the Riviera Maya, and it's easy to walk to many different neighborhoods or areas around Playa del Carmen, including Playa Car, where I am right now. First, I'm going to go over why Playa del Carmen. Obviously, everybody knows about crystal clear waters, white sand beaches, and a great walkability along Fifth Avenue. But it's also very, very affordable if you're going to compare it to Florida, Texas, or even Toronto. There's also a lot of world-class restaurants, bars, and cafes. And there's a huge expat community. So walking around, you'll hear a lot of English and a lot of other languages as well. Best of all, the proximity to the United States and Canada. It's easy flights. I'm from Vancouver. It's a 6-hour direct flight. Yes, it's a bit of a long flight, but if you're wanting to go to Florida, it's a 60 to 90 minute flight, depending on where you're going to want to go in Florida. So the proximity is amazing. I know there's a lot of snowbirds looking at Florida, but with everything going on in the United States right now, a lot of people are picking Playa del Carmen, Panama, and other destinations other than the typical Florida snowbirds. Of course, over the years, Playa del Carmen has evolved. You've probably come for an all-inclusive vacation and thought, well, I think I could retire here. Well, Playa del Carmen has a lot more to offer you other than just the tourist areas. So safety is always number one on every retirement list. And yes, you hear about what's going on in Mexico with the cartels if you're in North America or in Europe. But if you're not going to look for it, oftentimes you don't find it. I've been in Playa del Carmen for a little over a year and a half, and literally I have not seen anything. Mind you, I'm not going to go look for it, but it's like any city. Look at Chicago. You don't end up, is it south or north? Don't go to that area. I caught an Airbnb in that area. The Uber driver is like, why are you here? Book another Airbnb. There's certain areas in every single city that you go to throughout the United States, Canada, and in Europe. Just don't go looking for it and you will not find it. Also, Fifth Ave is heavy duty tourism. So with tourism comes a lot of policing. There is the National Guard of Mexico. They wear those little funny top hats. They are gray. There is blue police. There is white police. There is green police. There is a whole bunch of police in Playa del Carmen. Also, I'm currently in an area called Playa Car. Now, Playa Car is a gated community, and then all the different communities, this is the Leaf, is another gated community in the gated community. Behind me, there's not much going on because it's really quiet and I barely hear about my neighbors. So if that is your thing, then Playa Car is definitely the spot you want to look at if you're looking to retire in Playa del Carmen. Next, I'm going to get into cost of living. So it's Mexico. It's cheap. But keep in mind, it has been getting a lot more expensive in the recent years. You hear about taxi drivers charging through the yin-yang. You hear about tourist prices. Well, yeah. What I tell people is if you're going along Fifth Ave, you're going to get the most expensive. Now going towards the beach, First Ave and towards the beach, obviously you're going to get the same price. But now when you start to move away from Fifth, so that's 10th, 15th, 20th, and so on and so forth, things become drastically cheaper. So if you're in the know, you can definitely save money. So to live a comfortable lifestyle, and I live pretty comfortably, you're looking at about $1,300 to about $2,000. That means you can go out on the weekends, you can meet a lot of different people in different areas, you can do activities, and you can go out for coffee every morning, and you're still within that budget. Now, if you're wanting to be a bit more minimalist and save your money, you can easily get by for about $900 to about $1,300 if you're a bit more of a minimalist. And now if you're wanting a lot more luxury, like you want to be in a gated community and you're wanting to live more of that luxury lifestyle, it could be about $2,500 and up, obviously adding in rent, etc., etc. Depending on the area, prices of rent can definitely differ. If you're going to Centro, it's relatively cheaper, but if you're in a gated community, it obviously goes up because HOA fees and different amenities offered in a gated community just like this. So this brings me to rent. If you're looking for a modern, comfortable lifestyle, in the Leaf, everything's basically brand new. I am renting for about $850 with the conversion. I'm in a very large studio, giant kitchen, king-size bed, walk-in closet. It's great. And then you see all the amenities behind me. Now, if you're looking at a one-bedroom, you're probably looking at about, give or take, $1,050 to $1,100. Now, if you're wanting to go up to a two-bedroom, that could be easily $1,500 to $1,600, still considerably cheaper than what you're going to get back home in Vancouver or in Toronto. So I eat rather healthy, and my grocery bill runs about $350 a month. I know back in Canada, my bill was upwards of about $500 a month on groceries, so I save about $150 right there. Now, dining out, there's a lot of different options. This brings me back to 5th Ave, 10th Ave, etc. Pick and choose your battles. Figure out where you want to go eat. Don't just eat on 5th Ave, explore. There is one restaurant on 5th Ave called The Local. It's an Argentinian place. I recommend it in all of my videos. It's awesome, and the prices, you don't get the 5th Ave prices. It's on 40th, I believe, and 5th Ave. It's called The Local. Go check it out. Besides that, there's a whole bunch of restaurant options, and as long as you're off of 5th Ave, you won't get 5th Ave prices. So dining out obviously increases your cost of living, but you're in Mexico, have some fun. Now there's private hospitals. There's actually a private hospital not far from me in Playa Del Carmen, literally right on the outside. The prices of that are significantly cheaper than what you're going to get in Canada and the United States. I usually get a 24-hour doctor, call him up, say, hey, can you come by? Within the day, he shows up to my apartment, gives me a prescription, and then leaves. That costs me about $60 every time he comes. My parents would call a specialist, wait for 3 to 4 months in Canada and hopefully see him, or go into a clinic, sit in the emergency for 8 hours if it was a hurry, maybe see a doctor. Here it is lickety split if you're willing to pay for it. Next is lifestyle and walkability. Well, you are in Playa del Carmen. You can see how I'm dressed. Right now it is November 20th. 2025. The average temperature is about 28 degrees Celsius, or I think that's about 85 degrees Fahrenheit. Don't quote me on that. You can easily walk to anywhere. Somebody asked me yesterday, how much do you walk? Oh, I walk a lot. I walk out of Playa Car, which takes me about 15 to 17 minutes, depending on who I run into. And then to walk from here to, say, The Local, it's going to take me another 20, 25 minutes, or to go see friends in that Zaziha area, Hollywood, kind of Colosio area. That's a long walk considered for a lot of people, 35 to 40 minutes. In the heat, it can be a long walk. But in Playa Car, there's restaurants literally right across the street from where I am if I wanted to just stay local. Or if you're in Centro or Zaziha, you can walk anywhere, and there's restaurants everywhere you can look, grocery stores, and everything that you're going to need. So just pick where you want to live and try to look for restaurants, grocery stores, and amenities in your area if you're not a huge walker. Now, I've mentioned 5th Ave. 5th Ave I believe runs 5 kilometers down and 5 kilometers back. It goes from Playa Car all the way to Coruscant, which is another luxury gated community, and then 5 kilometers back. I know quite a few people that walk the 10K almost every single day. There's so many restaurants and things to do along that area. Cycling is also very common. There's BC Playa, which is a rentable bike. I believe it's about 550 pesos for the year. I do use that sometimes, and it's great because there's a lot of different spots to drop off. Above the highway, there's not a lot of drop-off spots. Below the highway, which is about 8 to 10 avenues towards the beach, there's a lot of different drop-off spots. So just pick where you're gonna go. There's also a huge retirement community if you're looking to meet other retirees or other people that are just into have a good time. So in Playa Car, there is 17 all-inclusive hotels and then a huge retirement community. So there's a lot going on in Playa Car if that's your thing. There's also a lot of people from Fifth Ave heading towards the beach that have chosen that area to retire in. It's walkable to the beach and there's a lot of things to do. You are in Mexico, so I do suggest that you practice some Spanish. You take some classes, get used to it. Not everybody speaks Spanish, but you can get away speaking English. The one thing that I ask you, please make an effort. It goes a super long way if you make an effort trying to speak Spanish. Okay, now I'm gonna go over the gated communities. Obviously, Playa Car, there's Playa Car Phase 1 and Playa Car Phase 2. I've done videos explaining Playa Car Phase 1, Playa Car Phase 2, and all of the hotels. Plus, I've done a video on the Leaf. Other gated communities are Coruscant, which I just mentioned, luxury gated community, a little bit far if you're wanting to walk towards Playa del Carmen. And there are other ones like Mayakoba, and not far from here is the Tulum Golf and Country Club. A common story that I constantly hear from a lot of different retirees is they came here for vacation and they never left. If you want to experience retiring in Playa del Carmen, please let me know in the comments section down below. I've created other guides on retiring in a lot of different countries throughout Latin America. Please let me know in the comment section down below where you would like to retire.